Hey, what's up guys? This is Akshay from AS Learning, and today in this video we'll be seeing how to create a research analyst or a simple example of Grow AI. Okay, so first of all, what is Grow AI? Grow AI is a framework for building agents, for building multiple agents, building agentic applications, agentic RAG, interaction of different agents, etc. Okay, so it's a framework, and with the help of that, you can create your own agents. Okay, so let's get started. So I would be installing all the required tools and packages needed for Grow AI. It will this kind of reminded me of the old days when we used to install TensorFlow. It used to take a lot of time, and so yeah, I saw around 230 to 40 packages being installed for getting it up and running. Okay, and also make sure that you are on at least Python 10 and above, because there are some uh, on the lower version of Python you might face some packages are being not working properly. Okay, so the topic here I've picked is latest augmented reality and virtual reality development. So the first step I would be doing would be creating my crew. Okay, so I did crew AI, create crew, latest AR VR development. It asks me from a provider. I've entered with OpenAI, the popular one. It told me to choose a model. I picked a model and I entered my key. Okay, now once I did that, it will create a folder structure for me. Okay, and this is how the folder structure looks. Okay, now in this folder structure, let's see what this folder structure is. This is a separate virtual environment created. This is my knowledge base. It comes handy when you create a RAG based tools and applications like agentic RAG. Okay, you can just put your PDF, Excels, Docs files here and then do interaction on it. Okay, it uses ChromaDB internally for indexing it. Okay, and then we have source. Here we have our main code. Okay, uh, tools contains all the tools which will be used by the agents for performing a task. Okay, so let's understand how Crew AI agents work. Okay, they worked on the concept of three basic things. One is agents, the other one is tasks, and then the third thing is the tools. Okay, so whatever task you're doing, let's say your my task is I want to report on the latest AR VR development happening. So let's break this task into three things: agents, then the tasks, and finally the tools needed for it. Okay, now what could be the agent? Let's bifurcate into subtasks. The first thing can be doing research on a topic, and the second thing can be creating a report. Okay, so we it's good to have two agents. Okay, so here we have our config.yml where you can set up your two agents. Okay, so in this agents.yml we can see that we have our first agent as research and the second agent as reporting analyst. And how I've defined it is I've given it a role, my topic, senior data researcher, what is the goal, uncover cutting edge developments in topic, and I've given him a backstory. Okay, you are a seasoned researcher with a knack of uncovering latest developments in topic, known for ability to find the most relevant information and present in a clear and concise manner. Okay, and the second agent is reporting analyst. Okay, reporting analyst, what will it do? From the research done from the researcher, it will create a report for me. Okay, detailed report based on data analysis and research findings, and I'm also giving him a backstory. You're a meticulous analyst with a key eye on detail, and blah 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 blah. Okay, now I have defined my agents in agents.yml. I need to give tasks to the agents. Now my researcher will have a research task, my reporter will have a reporting task. This is my research task. Description: conduct a thorough research about topic and make sure you find interesting, relevant information in current year. Okay, expected bullet points. Okay, and similarly for reporting also. Okay, and I'm also assigned in the agents. So this task is for which agent I'm configuring it here. Okay, now my agents are configured, my tasks are configured. Do we need a separate tool for this task? Let's see. So here in custom tool, you can create your tools which are outside the Crew AI inbuilt tools. Okay, so Crew AI also gives us some great tools. Like I'll show you the tools like web loader, code interpreter, uh, rag like CSV rags, DALI like image generation. Okay, a file read, a fire crawl for web search. Okay, NLP to SQL, PDF, text track, etc. Then YouTube channel search, etc. Okay, these are the tools which are given to us by Crew AI. Now we can also create our own custom tools, and for that we will come here creating custom tool.py, and where you can configure your own tool which is outside the tools given by inbuilt to us by Crew AI. Okay, because we are restricting it to 2024, I think it's fine. Okay, but what you can do is you can add a web searcher tool here. Okay, maybe serper dev, and then that serper dev would help us with the top latest news on in this topic. But I think because the topic here is just latest development in AR/VR, so I think it's fine if you don't have a latest news creation or something like that. Because we are not creating news here, we are just creating a blog on the latest development. Okay, but yeah, we can definitely add a serper dev web search, and it can be as a tool. Okay, now we have in init.py, it's empty. Custom tools, it's just a simple structure they have given, nothing as such here. Okay, then we have our crew.py. Okay, now let's see what a crew.py is. Now this is where we have our agents, crew, process, task being set, and we have a crew base. So crew base contains all our agents, all our tasks, and we kick off the crew from here. Okay, so these are all the decorators. Okay, and here I'm configuring it. So this is my agent decorator, where my agent is being configured. It will return me an agent. Similarly, my two agents are being returned from here. Their tasks are being returned, and finally we have a crew being kicked off. No, we have a crew here being configured. Okay, the crew with the agents, tasks, the process here is sequential. We have two options, sequential and hierarchical. Okay, so here it's sequential because after one task of research there would be another task of reporting. When it gets complicated, you can do hierarchical processing also. Verbose is set to true because you want a detailed inmates activities happening in the agents. Okay, so we have our crews being configured entirely here in the crew.py, and finally we have our main.py where we have run, train, replay, and tests. Okay, so for now we would just do run. Okay, and here we can see that latest AR/VR development, our crew will get kicked off with the input of AR/VR. Okay, now let me kick off a crew, and once you kick off the crew, let's say let me kick it off again to show you how intermittent the steps are coming. Okay, now here it is running the crew. The first thing it would do would be doing our research. Okay, so as we can see, AR/VR senior data researchers, and a task given to the agent is conduct a thorough research on AR/VR. Make sure you find interesting relevant information based on the current year. Okay, now it is currently doing its research, and it will create an output of the research. And once the research output is created, that output would be taken as an input by our reporting agent, and finally we create a report. As you can see, this is the research done by our AR/VR senior data researcher, and you can see that it is with the context. Okay, and now once the research is done, the next thing would be creating a report out of it. We want a good detailed report from the research done by our research agent. Okay, and this is the task and the agent which we have set to review the context you got and expand each topic and etc. Okay, now this is my report created. Okay, now this looks a bit clumsy, We also get a report into a .md formatted way. Okay, now let's go to our report. So this is where we get a report, and this is, you can see, a beautiful version 1 report is created. Okay, yeah. So this is how we created two agents. One was a researcher and a reporter, and we executed a task of creating a blog on the latest AR/VR development. Okay, using Crew AI. Okay, this can be extended to various applications like creating a summary of a video, or maybe interaction with some certain document. Let's say you can just give a statement that just search for, just go to Postgres maybe, and search for some results of some certain client. Okay, so we have such connectors, tools, and these things being supported by Crew AI. Okay, so if you see here, these we already talked about the tools. So we have connectivity with MySQL, then we have Postgres. Okay, we have scrapers, we have vision tool. Let's create some images. Okay, and in this way we can just kick off a cruise and then get done with the activity. Okay, so that's all with this, guys. That's all I had in this video. uh, Over the time, we will be more into coding and less into the static structure. We currently were dependent on the static structure provided by Crew AI, and we took a use case which revolves around it. But over time, we'll be seeing how to integrate Circle Dev for web search, how to integrate, let's say, a vector DB, how to create custom tools, and how to create a router, and maybe create some another use case like summarization of a YouTube and something like that. Okay, so we'll see how agents can be configured and how we can create agentic architecture for getting a task done. Okay, so that's all with this, guys. If you learn something new, just give it a thumbs up and stay tuned to AS for more such amazing tech stuff. Take care, peace out.